Hi, I'm Jonah Mngola. I am the Extractives program lead at the Open Institute. We run a program called the Extractives, Open Extractives. With respect to ASMs, why my main focus is there is because at the end of the day, I look at what would make the largest impact. If you look at oil and gas and mining, the large companies that are operating, they employ very few individuals. And they employ few individuals within a structured workplace. And they have their rules and regulations that are in line with the laws and policies of the land. So ASMs ASMs, you find them mostly in rural areas. They tend to use rudimentary tools to carry out their mining, and they're trying to make a living out of these mineral resources that are there, that we have in terms of as a country as well. They carry out their activities in harsh conditions. Harsh conditions such as they don't have safety gear. They work, like for example, if it's in Western Kenya and they're carrying out mining of gold, they don't have alternatives in terms of how to amalgamate the gold. They would all use mercury, which is a banned substance, and that tends to have health and safety impacts on them. Among other issues that identify ASMs and what attracted me to them is there's a lot of room for growth in terms of knowledge, passing on knowledge, and helping scale them up in terms of their operations as well. Both financially and management as well. There's a myth, it's a myth actually, that they don't contribute to the economy. And given the chance or given the opportunity, these ASMs can contribute significantly to the economy. It's a matter of streamlining the systems to make sure that at the end of the day, you're able to include them in the national picture at the end of the day. So what really matters is they have a lot of potential. With ASMs, you get to tap a large number of people to ensure that you bring these people on board with respect to work. Additionally, you get to target the aspect of poverty reduction on their part as well, and you also get to bring on board nationally income for the government. This can be tapped through royalties, and you make sure at the end of the day that it's a win-win situation for all stakeholders on the ground. So the benefit for ASMs, if they are actually recognized, is they get to have a voice in their matters. They get to dictate and say, okay, we exist, these are our challenges, these are our issues. This is how we want our issues resolved. Because at the moment, there's no focus on ASMs. Even if there is, there's very little focus on ASMs as well. So recognizing this particular group matters because there's an avenue there that remains untapped for government in terms of revenue collection, for ASMs as well in terms of livelihoods, because this recognition will bring about addressing of their challenges, their issues, and addressing those challenges will uplift them and make sure at the end of the day that they were not where they were before. They will be able to make sure that certain things are resolved within their sector. It was hard for us to go down on the ground. However, previously we had engagements with these groups in different counties. The 3 counties, we had identified 3 counties, which are Kakamega County, Migori and Taita Taveta County. We had established links. So during this COVID-19 period, we opted to remotely engage those links with the aim of identifying these particular groups, creating a database that is that would be it's a national database that would be used to provide recognition to these particular groups, and it's the first step towards attempting to resolve their issues and their challenges as well. We have worked through the linkages existing linkages and relationships that we had established on the ground. This was through phone calls and working with these persons on the ground to make sure that they go around, them being from that particular area, get acceptance and are able to now identify the existing groups in each mine site, and on that basis get to collect the data of the chairpersons, treasurer, secretary, and the miners in general, to know who exists in these particular groups and what conditions they're facing insofar as that particular group. So that was the first stage. Then the second stage was we are having collected and gotten to identify these ASM groups and managed to map out where these groups exist in terms of location, in terms of what they're mining. We then engage directly with these individual groups through their structures, which is their chairpersons, secretaries or treasurers, to get to understand further what conditions they're going through right now, especially during COVID-19, and what changed before, what has changed prior to COVID-19 and the current situation at the moment. We've observed that in these mining groups, you have the majority of them comprise of men, and there are few women who work in these mines. We have managed to identify the roles that men play in these mining groups vis-a-vis women. We have managed to also locate or identify where these particular groups are placed within the county. We have also gone further to identify what these groups are mining and also the challenges they're facing as well. We've learned quite a number of interesting things in terms of commodity prices. In Taita Taveta, one thing which we discovered is savarite or green garnet is ordinarily would sell for between Kenya shillings 80,000 to 100,000. However, currently with COVID-19, it's selling for 10,000 Kenya shillings to about 15,000 Kenya shillings. There's a significant price drop insofar as that is concerned, and that is per carat or per gram. With rubies, for example, if an ordinary, more or less between a 5 kg plus stone would go for about Kenya shillings 120,000. However, right now it's selling for about 50,000 and less. So there's been a significant price drop in terms of commodity prices, especially for gemstones. And also further engagements with ASMs have also revealed that there's hardly any market for even buying of those particular gemstones. So the demand has gone down, yet there's still supply. In Western Kenya, where we've been carrying out our mapping activities with Migori County and Kakamega County, it's the opposite. What gold used to go for a price of Kenya shillings 2,800 to 3,000 Kenya shillings. However, now the gold prices are up locally on the ground, and they're going for about Kenya shillings 5,500 per gram. So this is a significant increase in terms of prices, It has largely been attributed to the fact that there's more demand and less supply, and this has brought about by the lockdown measures which are nationwide, and the curfew measures that have been implemented by the government. Additionally, also with the social distancing rules and the number of miners that can work at one go within a particular mining site has greatly reduced. Hence, the output that these miners are meant to deliver, would ordinarily deliver within a day, is not the same as it ordinarily would be during COVID-19 times. Would like to welcome the government, private sector stakeholders, donors, civil society organizations to come partner with us, partner with our program, and reach us directly through our social media handles, directly through hello@openinstitute.com, through our email channel, and help improve the livelihoods at the end of the day for these ASMs, and make sure it's a win-win situation. And let's create this ecosystem for these ASMs that can contribute to their needs and also to those of other stakeholders as well.